I had a chance to speak with over 200 SaaS founders and entrepreneurs. Uh, some were very casual chats, some were interviews, and I asked the majority of them one very simple question, every one of them. And that question is, if you had a chance to go back in time, and if you're starting your company, SaaS company today, what is the first thing you would do differently? And do you know what is the answer? Majority of them said that they would niche down. And I really can't stress enough how important that is. Why so? Because uh, if you don't niche down, you have no idea who your customers are. You're essentially competing with category leaders, with a bunch of category leaders in your field with the same product that sells to the totally same audience. And put yourself in your customer's shoes, right? So if they need to buy, let's say, a new email marketing solution, what will they do? They have like hundreds of choices in front of them. Naturally, they would review just 3 to 5 of the best or the most known solutions. And if I'm about to buy an email marketing solution, the first companies that will come to my mind are MailChimp, Klaviyo, Privy, GetResponse, and perhaps ActiveCampaign, right? Because those are the category leaders. Those are the biggest email marketing tools in the market. And I, as a potential customer, will first evaluate 3 or 5 of them and choose from one of them. And you, as a early or mid-stage company, let's face it, you don't have enough resources to compete on the product and the features of with your category leaders, right? I mean, you will never win on the product if you're selling to the general audience, right? So what is the solution? Solution is to niche down and choose a very specific market inside the larger category. And this is exactly what Nathan Barry from ConvertKit did. Instead of building another email marketing solution, he went out and he built an email marketing solution for creators. And in this particular case, he wasn't competing with the category leaders in a huge market. He was actually competing in a category of one, and ConvertKit is that one, because when it comes to the creators, ConvertKit has the best product for them, right? And let's face it, if you are a creator and you need an email marketing solution, what option would you choose for? MailChimp, a general email marketing tool, or ConvertKit, an email marketing tool that's specialized for creators? I think the choice here is pretty much obvious. I also saw a pretty great success with this, right? So up to winter 2021, Content Halls was just another content marketing agency for B2B SaaS. And I had no chance to compete with category leaders such as Animals, such as Ground Convert, such as Foundation, and the other Siege Media, and the other big agencies, big names in our field. So what I did, I repositioned Content Halls, and I repositioned it as a ROI-led content marketing agency that works with early to mid-stage SaaS founders, and instead of helping them get more traffic through content, Content Halls helps them get more conversions and actual customers through the content. And the response rate was amazing. So right now we are having more demand that we can possibly handle. And before, our problem was growth and new client acquisition. Right now, our problem is actually keeping up with the demand and constantly hiring top 1% writers and content marketeers worldwide. So that's the real power of niching down and fixing your messaging and fixing your positioning, right? So here are, let's say, some of the most obvious benefits of niching down. The first up, once you niche down, you're able to craft better messaging for your dream customers, right? Because you will exactly know what are their pain problems, and you'll be able to craft messaging that resonates with them. But not just on the landing page copy, website copy, but also in everything that you do, in blog posts, in social media posts, podcasts, video, whatever content type that you're creating, right? So that's the first and most obvious benefit. Well, let's get back to the ConvertKit example. MailChimp is a company that has over $700 million in annual recurring revenue. ConvertKit, on the other side, has $30 million in revenue, and that's still a very fascinating number, considering that they got there pretty much, if I'm not wrong, 100% bootstrapped, only by niching down and focusing on one smaller segment of the overall market. The second benefit of niching down is that actually in reality you will be able to create better product, better solutions for your specific customer, because you don't have customers with 10 different use cases. You have one single use case, and your entire product will be built around that use case. And as a result, you will convert more people, you will have happier customers, your churn will go down, your retention will go up. The third benefit is that, as I mentioned earlier, you are not fighting in the category of many, you're fighting in the category of one. So the choice that your potential customers have to make is pretty much obvious, right? Before, in your potential customers' mental availability, they have 3 to 5 of the biggest category leaders, but right now you're the only company in their mental availability. So the choice is pretty much obvious for them. They won't compare you with MailChimp or the other category leaders. They will go straight with you because you're the solution that's built exactly for their needs, right? Many founders, when I say that this to them, they get back to me and they tell me, yeah, Ugi, but we have such a large market. Wouldn't it be wiser to focus on all of them because we will have more chances of closing deals? No, you won't. So your market size, total addressable market, will be drastically reduced, right? So if you had like 1 million accounts in the total category, right now when you niche down, you might have 10,000 accounts, right? But the thing is, you will spend way less time selling to these customers, right? You will grow more and you will grow faster. I know it's a paradox, but it's true. Just take a look at the Content Horse example, right? There are like tens of thousands of SaaS companies worldwide. Now our total addressable market is perhaps around 20 to 40K, but we are able to grow so fast. And fourth, but not the least important benefit of niching down and repositioning yourself is that everything you do regarding growth, regarding marketing, regarding sales, you will be able to achieve, as I said earlier, 10x more results in less time than if you do exactly the same things inside the entire category, right? So hear me out. Instead of being X for everyone, be X for Y. Now, even if you even if you like are creating another email marketing solution right now, you can niche down even further than what Nathan Berry and ConvertKit did, right? Instead of being an email marketing solutions for creators, you can create an email marketing solution for Instagram influencers with less than 5 million followers. Do you see how specific this is? And another great thing is that you can actually map out almost every potential customers that you will have in your market, right? So if you're creating an email marketing solution for Instagram influencers, you can go out, you can create a list of tens of thousands of people who are influencers based in different categories that have less than $5 million in, that have less than 5 million followers, right? That's the beauty of niching down. So those are my inputs for you today. Please niche down from the beginning. Over 100 people told me that they've made that mistake. I've made that mistake. Learn from our mistakes. If you want to learn more about positioning, about niching down and the messaging, here are some resources that I really like. First off, a book by April Danforth called Obviously Awesome. It's a really great read. Make sure to have it on your bookshelf or in your Kindle. Marketing and Copywriting Examples by Harry Dry. The website goes marketingexamples.com. It's a great resource for copywriting tips on your landing page, messaging, positioning, etc. Make sure to follow Pedro Cortez. I will drop the link of his LinkedIn profile inside the description of the episode. Make sure to follow him on LinkedIn because he writes a lot about messaging for SaaS companies. And last but not the least important, you can find a lot of insights about this inside Dave Gerhardo's DGMG community of B2B marketeers. It's one of the best subscriptions I've ever bought. So yeah, that's it for me today. Happy niching down.